Hello, everyone. Sarah here, and Midori is also here. I don't know if you can see her. She's here to have her face scratched. Hi, it's Wednesday, so we're going to do a live stream. It's very bright and sunny in here. I'm very warm. It's like 100 degrees out. So, of course, I'm wearing a jacket. Good. Oh, Anne, I'm glad. Anne says, got your Braille display back. Been working on editing course, so I don't know how much energy I'll have for writing. That is totally fine. And if you just need to do stuff for your course, if you need to just take a break, please know you can totally do that, and that is totally fine. So hi, yes, people are here. Hello, Steffers and Sarah and Gemma. Hello. Hello, other Sarah. Hello, Deb. Hello, Charlie. Hi. Hi, Allie. Hello, Anne is here. Simply Wisty is here. Cassandra and Skit and Drayton. Hello. Hello, everyone. Yes, it is Wednesday, my dudes, says Allie, and that it is. I have my oolong tea again. Are you going to dip your tail in my tea? Can I have you move, please? Okay. Hi, JC Fabs is here. Takara is here. Hello. Hi. Yes, sun-drenched is definitely the word. It's very drenchy. The sun is very here, and I might have something in my teeth. Hold on one second. I have to check. There we go. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's rude and terrible. Stuffers says, am I wrong for wanting to take a nap during tonight's create along? No, Stuffers. If a nap is what you need, then a nap is the correct thing to do. Especially if you're starting to feel burned out, especially if you are starting to just really feel tired. Yeah, the road to burnout is not a fun one. Oh, good, Sarah, that's wonderful. Sarah says, good news. I got a permanent position at work. It will keep me stable while I'm getting my new degree. One worry down. Sarah, I'm so happy for you. That is wonderful. Congratulations. That's fantastic. All right, let's see. My tea. Yes, my tea is finished brewing. Can I move you a little? Yes. Hey, BB Herman is here. Hello, hello. Yeah, how's everybody else doing? I've been doing a journaling series with John Acuff, and he hosts sort of something like this. Oh, hey, Jimmy's here. Hey, Jimmy. He hosts something called Brave Hour, which I really like the name of that, and I wish that I could have thought of that for our create-alongs. But he hosts something called Brave Hour, where basically you show up and you work on something that scares you a little bit. And so I was like, oh, that's like what we do for our create-alongs. That's really nice. I just realized I need to reuse this tea bag. So I will be 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm very concerned about my tea. One second. Yes, hello. Have you been entertaining people while I was gone? I needed a little dish for my tea bag. Yes, Midori is running the show now. So yeah, what are you working on this week, Midori? Well, she's been working on, we finished up her medicine. So she's just working on becoming healthy. So she's been sleeping a lot. And yes, she has opinions. Yes. So yeah. Good. Annie says new refrigerator. I love that. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Midori, no, it's not Kit tea. Yes. She tried to sit and then dip her tail into my tea, which is not great. Yes. Annie says, also free writing prompt courtesy of my mother. You never want a refrigerator you can't trust. sound advice. And also, definitely a fun writing prompt. So if any of you, if any of you would like to use that, please go ahead. Yes, I had to step away for a second. Midori took over. Oh my gosh. Falling Hoshi says the Right Meow podcasts with Midori. That is just so much. Yes. Jimmy says historian in 2052. And at this point, this is the point where Midori summoned her army of writers and took over most of the Midwestern United States. After that, it was only a matter of time. Are you taking over the nation? She's sniffing something on the floor. I'm going to take that as a no. But yes. How are you doing? How is your heart? Good. Allie says, I started doing my letters again. I haven't made a whole lot of progress because I'm tired, but it's nice to be doing it again. Good. Anne says, I started an editing and proofreading course this week. Yep. So today I was studying taking a quiz and I think my brain is fried. Yes. Anne, if you need to take it easy, I really invite you to cut yourself some slack and give yourself a little bit of grace and just say, today I rest. And you're allowed to do that and you're allowed to claim that. It's something that I'm working on doing and claiming. I just let my hair air dry earlier and it's just doing a thing. So that's fine. So yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Allie. I do that for my own typos too. Oh, I like that. Numberless Dream says Midori is the benevolent dictator we need. Are you? What would some of your dictates be? She would just say everyone just pet Midori all the time, and that would be it. Like that would be the one rule of society. Is that it? She wants scritches. Scritches forever. Oh, yes. Sarah says, who's a good kitty? Are you sending subliminal messages of conquest? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are a good kitty, such a good kitty, kill all humans. Yeah, I don't know if Midori would be necessarily benevolent. She might be like pleasantly disinterested in humanity as long as she gets her scritches. Like, I don't think she would like demand anything bad. Maybe, I don't know. I've had her for like 16 years, so I should know these things. You remain an enigma. Well, except when you want scritches, then you are not an enigma. Takara says, I've been writing a lot of poetry lately. Takara, that's wonderful. And are you working on your ogre story too? Is that going well? Oh, Deb with a pun. Whatever she dictates would be perfect. Oh my gosh, I love it. Simply Wisty says, I've been working on a new project. It's been fun, lots of silly research, but it's been fun and giving me a much needed creative boost. Yes. Actually, okay, so this is a great diversion. Oh, are you pushing on my keyboards? Okay, sorry. Midori decided she wanted to show Wisty's comment again, which is fine. The episode of the Right Now podcast that's supposed to be coming out today, and it's just completely slow on my end, and I apologize for that. I did an interview with Jimmy, and it was so good. And it's about the importance of fun. And I know it sounds silly, but it's a really good and important episode. And it's something that is really actually close to my heart. Saying that you love fun is like, what am I, a kindergarten teacher? But like every time I worked somewhere, so like when I was at the marketing agency, I always like tried to make things more fun. And I put together like Friday lunches and this event called Team Drink. I don't know why it keeps showing that comment. That's fine. Because I thought that like work would be better if people were enjoying it. And yeah. So I try to do that wherever I go. I don't know. Ooh, yes. Midori is aloof, not benevolent. Yes. Legalize catnip. It's already legal in South Dakota, so cats. What was that? Okay, that was weird. Just doing your thing. Oh, geez. Yeah. Damien says going to be late joining tonight. That is okay. I passed out after coming home from work. I'm currently putting furniture together. Ugh. Chores. Okay. I hope you're okay, Damien. Take all the time you need. I understand. Oh, you finished writing season 1 of Human Error. Allie, that is amazing. Good. I love it. Allie says, I'm so tired. That's okay. Yeah, Jimmy says, I've stepped up my poetry game over on Instagram for grins as an experiment. Yes. And I'm still writing a story a week. Wow, you're stepping it up. I love to hear that. Takara, you just finished part 5 of the ogre story. I love it. Deb says, finished making a shawl, almost done with a fine crochet top. Ooh, started a new diamond painting. I love it. I love it. Sarah is working on that work in progress tonight, if I can remember where I was headed with this. Yep. Oh, that's great. Oh, good. I know you're going to get to hear Jimmy's voice. It's going to be really good. It's really good. The episode is, sorry, I'm like reading the comments and getting distracted. Jimmy says, writers. I love fun. Also writers. This is my life work. This is my life's work, and it is very serious, and I will punish myself at all times. Yes, this is why this is such an important conversation, because so many of us just spend all of our time hurting ourselves and punishing ourselves and sacrificing. I need to do a Right Now podcast episode about how much we sacrifice. Yeah, because there's a lot. And you know, I had to go through so much of my life thinking that I was only a good person if I like sacrificed everything I had and loved. And it turns out you don't have to suffer constantly to be a good person. So yeah. Cassandra says, as I was falling asleep the other day, a story idea popped into my head, but of course I needed to sleep then and not write, but I'm going to see if I can recall that tonight. Good. Did you write any of it down? And then like when you woke up, did you look at what you wrote down and it just said something like mustard pizza and you're like, what is this? Because that's what happened. Like when I wake up at like 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just had the best idea. And I like managed to write it down. I started keeping a little pad of paper in the drawer right next to where I sleep. And I write it down. And then the next morning I'm like, oh boy, I can't wait to reveal the magical nugget of insight that I had last night. And then I open it up and it just says like steampunk pancakes. And I'm like, what is this? So steampunk pancakes, good name for a band, perhaps. So yeah. Let's see, where was I in the chat? Ooh, Tim. Tim is sound designing a big pirate showdown duel tonight for episode 108. But is this the pirate? But is this pirate the main boss or just a mini boss with finger wiggles? Omen has been it's been so good. If you haven't listened to Tim's show yet, give it a listen. It's fantastic. It's out everywhere you can find podcasts now, including Spotify. You might have to search for Omen and then Tim Kraus, because it's a new podcast and it's not all SEO'd up yet. So yeah, give it a look, give it a listen. I hope you enjoy it. Drayton says, I've been working on a query letter for a new novel. Oh, and sending a few out to potential agents. Awesome, Drayton. That is a really exciting place to be. Oh, wow. Querying the new novel. Good, 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 good. Oh, HL is here. Hello. Hello. Stuffers is working on an episode for Spectre tonight. Lovely. If I don't fall asleep, trying not to mess up my sleep schedule. Yeah, go to bed early if you need to, or if you can. Oh, that's okay. Episode 7 for Stuffers. That is totally okay. That is totally okay. Steampunk pancakes, says Pinball Princess. Sound like they're shapes in a grill-shaped thingy. Yes, yes. Let's make this. Cassandra says, no, I didn't write anything down, but I did think about it for a bit. But now I just want to punk myself by writing random crap down labeled as story ideas. Oh, I love that. You wake up and you're like, what was I thinking? Why did I think this was a good idea? And it just says kill all humans, you know. Oh, woo, Takara just finished a poem about an angel that sounds beautiful. Oh, in gear shapes. Oh, my Pinball Princess says my brain has left the building. Yes. 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 Hello, Rebellious Comet is here. Hello, another book lover is here. Hello. Oh, that's great. Anne says, I'm going to try to work on chapter 28. I can't believe you're on chapter 28 of Shadow of Truth. Yeah, but I think my brain went Splitsville. Yeah, and like I said before, you do not, you do not have to, you don't have to push yourself tonight. If you've been taking classes all day and you've been just working yourself really hard, not every day has to be about massive production. Like, you can get a little bit done if you want, but I don't want any of you pushing yourselves into burnout. And I know that burnout gets really glorified, and hustle culture tells us that, like, oh, if you're not working 14 hours a day, you're not worth anything. But that is not true. That is a lie. That's what people tell their employees to keep them working. And yeah. I don't want you to say that to yourself. I want you to give yourself a little bit of grace. You have plenty of time. You just have to make sure that you're spending the time that you have in a way that is meaningful, which I struggle with a little bit. You know, we never really mean to spend 8 hours scrolling on Instagram in a week, but if you look at how you spend your time on your phone, it doesn't lie. And it tells you, hey, you were scrolling Instagram for 8 hours this week. And it's like, oh, I could have used those 8 hours to either rest fully or to do something cool that I actually enjoyed, instead of feeling sad that I'm not as skinny as all of these people, you know, who I'm seeing on Instagram, or I'm not, I don't have these published books I can hold up. Or for me, Instagram becomes a comparison game. There's a thin line between comparison and inspiration. And I tell myself, oh, I'm just going to look on Instagram for some inspiration. And then it ends up being, I'm going to look on Instagram and now I feel sad about myself. So, yep. Yes, balance work with pleasure. Yes, Anne, I like this. Anne says, you just gave me an excuse to listen to podcasts and read a book tonight. Yes, Anne, do that. Yes. And those of you who are feeling the same way, if you've been taking classes, if you have been creating classes, if you have been working all day, if like Damien, you are spending your evening putting together furniture, you don't need to push yourself too hard. Ooh, HL says, I think I'm going to be working on my In the Kitchen blog posts for Friday. My daughter keeps choosing sweets. My jeans may not fit by the end of the weekend. I feel that. My partner's him baked me a hummingbird cake for my birthday, and it's a big cake. We've been having like big slices every day, so I feel that. HL says, excuse me, I wrote about 250 words earlier today on my novel, book 2. Lovely. I still need to revise my query letter and write a synopsis so I can find an agent that will be the right fit. Sigh, where the heck has my day gone? Yes, HL, if you need to do some gentle revisions and then rest tonight, that is perfectly okay. Augie's here. Augie, we missed you. Hi. Laura's here. Hi, Laura, we missed you too. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah. Anne says, I am dead, but I want to actually write instead of packing. I have half days off the next 2 days and I can finish it before Saturday without packing tonight. Good. Okay. Then yes. Write instead of packing. That sounds good and balanced. Yes, Deb says balance work with pleasure. And sometimes it can get difficult because, you know, a lot of us are working on our creative projects as passion projects. And we think of them as fun and not work, but often they take energy and we need to replenish that energy. And so it just becomes, it can get really confusing. It can get really confusing. Another book lover says, not writing tonight, instead sewing curtains for the Havoc's room instead. I love it. Yes. Yeah. Sarah says, I have no Instagram account for a reason. That's probably good. Jimmy says, I use Instagram to post pictures of myself at the laundromat in front of the creepy cornfield by my office and of poems I write along with pictures glued to them mostly. That's perfect. That is perfect. Oh, Takara, you started a Twitter. You want to post it in, let's see. the Show Your Work channel maybe, or maybe intros on Discord, wherever you think it would fit. And we'd love to follow you. Falling Hoshi says, I want to write, but also video games. As one of my favorite gifs on Twitter says, why not both? Yes, work and play. Tim says, my big hunger needs a big cake. Ooh, okay, no spoilers. Drayton says, I'm going to watch Loki. I promise no spoilers. All right, yeah, let us know. No spoilers, of course, but if you enjoy it, I'm curious about it. I've been putting off watching it because I just have not had the emotional energy that I would want to invest in a story. Like, I've just been running pretty ragged, so yeah, but I do want to see it. Augie says, I've realized I don't want to force myself to do work. Yes, my heart is not in. Yes, I'm trying to be kinder to myself through my dry spells. Yes, and we all have dry spells. We all have times when our brains just pump the brakes and they say, I'm sorry, you're going to need to stop being creative just for a hot minute. And then you'll get back to it. That's the beautiful thing, is that if and when we take time off, whether that's a day or a week or a month or a year or 10 years, your writing will always be waiting for you. Your creativity will always be waiting for you. It's not something we lose. We can improve it and we can build it, but it's not something that'll go away. So I want you to remember that. Charlie's making coffee. All right. Get caffeinated. I think my tea has a little bit of caffeine in it. So I'm like, is that going to give me energy, or is that going to make it so I don't sleep tonight? We'll see. We'll see. Laura says, work has been really busy, but good news. Oh, so good news. I love my work, but it doesn't leave much at the end of the day for my passion. Yes, Laura, that's like the whole reason. Ironically, that's the whole reason I started the Right Now podcast, because I wanted to explore how do we balance not only just work and life, which is enough of a balance already, but how do we balance work and life and our passion projects? How do we throw something new in there, right? And so, of course, in order to explore that, I started a new project, which was the Right Now podcast. But I don't know. I think that often we need to come to our own conclusions with this stuff, but my conclusion that I have come to has been that oh my gosh. And I don't even want to say this because I don't want to ruin anything for anyone else, but balance isn't something that happens passively. Balance is something that takes really hard work. And I just thought that it was like, oh, if I rearrange my life in some way, the pieces will fall into place and things will be easy. But really, balance is hard. And I don't like that. But I would also love to hear your guys' thoughts on balance as well. Maybe I'll do a Right Now podcast episode about that at some point. It's been something I've been thinking about a lot. You have to really, really work and be disciplined. And I hate that word, but you have to really be intentional about how you spend your time and how you rest, and, making sure that, if it's not serving you, you're not spending 8 hours a day or 8 hours a week or whatever, scrolling through Instagram. That balance, sometimes really difficult. Hey, hi, Juju Juniper is here, driving. Oh, I read that as driving. I was like, no, don't comment while you're driving. I want you to be safe. Juju Juniper says, I'm studying for let's try that again. Pathophysiology. I almost read pathopsychology. I don't know what that would be. Pathophysiology. So this is a quick drive-by. Oh, that's where I got the word drive. Okay, good. I'm not crazy. Yeah. Yes. Good. Yeah. Tim says emotional. Thank you for understanding, Tim. Tim says emotional investments in new shows is a thing. It is, in a way, if you've never seen it before, if you don't know a whole lot about it, you're taking a risk with your heart. I mean, I'm making it sound like a lot more momentous than it probably actually is, but I get invested in stories, and it's I don't know if I have the emotional capacity to care about someone and their problems right now. For whatever reason, like books, it's easier for me. Books are more restful for me, but still like starting a book in like a literary genre or like one where I know that like people are going to die, like I put those books off. I need gentle books. Ooh, Juju Juniper says, I have a major exam tomorrow that is historically tough. Most people get a C at best on it, and that's pushing it. Wow. It's just a lot of complicated material. How can we help and support you best tonight? Please know that I am sending you smart vibes your way, and good luck. And from what it sounds like, you're a really good student. And so fingers crossed. I think you're going to nail it. Let us know how you do if you want to. You don't have to. People are talking about anime, and I don't know where that conversation came from, so I'm not even going to jump into that. Gemma says, I spent the day editing. Wow, 14 chapters done. Wow, Gemma, Gemma continues, I'm exhausted, but so satisfied. Good. I haven't done this much work in a long time. To be continued during create time. Good, good. And we will be doing, this is a create along. We will be creating in just a few minutes. So if you're new here, hi and welcome. And if you're on Twitch and you're trying to comment, it'll let you comment after you've been following me for an hour. So I want you to know that, so you don't think that I'm like mad at you or anything if you can't comment. No, it's just a restriction we put up on Twitch to like minimize trolls. So, ooh, Audible is running a 2-for-1 sale. Jimmy says, I bought 4 books. I have so much listening to do, assuming I'm not killed by my to be read pile, which is tall enough that I could high five the SpaceX astronauts on their way past. I feel that. I don't know if any of you follow me on Goodreads, but like I have something like 986. No, I think it's more than that. I think I have over 1,000 books on my to be read list. But like every time I see a cool book, I got to add it because I want to read it one day, you know? I'm like hoarding the idea of these books. Oh, interesting. Laura said, this is a good point. Laura says, I need to find a good work-life integration instead of balance, maybe. Yes, I like where that thought is going. If you continue like down that track, let us know how that goes and where it leads you. Meanwhile, another book lover says, I have no balance. And I don't know if I do either. I did have to cut a lot of things out of my life. And honestly, like COVID, like all the quarantining and stuff really helped with that. Like I was spending a lot of my time that I could have been writing and reading and like investing in myself. I was doing a lot of these like coffees with people locally and on Zoom and stuff where I would meet with people and they just wanted to pick my brain. They're like, oh, can we have coffee sometime? You know, I want to pick your brain. I'd be like, sure, yeah, I'd love to do coffee. And it got to the point where I was doing like it was like a part-time job, having coffee and like giving free writing advice and free creative advice to people. And it was just a bit much. And so I just kind of stopped doing coffees with people. And it freed up a lot of time, but also, you know, part of me enjoyed doing it. And so I don't know, but it has helped me find better balance. So yeah. Yeah, Numberless Dreams, I'm like that too. Numberless Dreams says, yeah, it's also hard for me to get started on a new TV series, especially since I end up watching everything in a day or two. Yeah, I have, I don't know if it's like an addictive personality, but like when I watch an episode, I just want more and more and more. It's like, if I could read a whole book in one sitting, I would. Like, I want to consume the story. So it's really hard for me to like watch one episode and stop. So like knowing that I'm also getting into like this huge commitment of like, oh, this show has, 60 episodes and each one's like 30 minutes long. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's like 30 hours of my life I have to spend to watch this show. Anyway, Allie says, I've started working on character sheets for When the Gods Return. Lovely. And I keep finding myself avoiding them, especially with the characters that have been around for years. Interesting. It's weird trying to write it all out at once, but once it's done, it's really satisfying. I am interested in why you're avoiding them. If it's a lack of interest, if it's just, if it feels unnecessary, if the exercise feels unnecessary, you don't have to do a lot of that stuff. You can skip what you want to skip. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Thank you, Drayton. I am the same way. Oh, Drayton says, if a story disturbs me, I drop it. I don't need that kind of fictional heartache in a world with so much darkness. Amen. Oh my gosh. Yes. I made the mistake of pushing myself to finish a book that was really hurting my feelings. And I know that sounds really whatever, precious or whatever. I don't know. Sounds a little, maybe it's a little snowflakey, but like, I was reading a book about like abuse and assault, and it was just like, it was making me sick. It was making me upset. It was making me afraid, and not in a good way. Not in like, oh, there's scary monsters after us, run. It was more like, oh, it was disturbing. And I pushed myself to finish it, and I shouldn't have. I didn't get anything out of finishing it other than like knowing what happened. And it wasn't worth it. So anyway, yes. Thank you. Tim says, the people who call sensitive people snowflakes are the real snowflakes. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you. Oh, I totally feel this. Steffer says, I was really bad about work-life balance until it made me mentally and physically ill. Yes, Steffers, I have been there. Oh, I have been there, my friend. Yes. Steffers continues, I guard my non-work time now with extreme vigor. LOL, not going back there again. For me, it was just making sure, A, that I wasn't overworking, which I was, and B, that the rest time was actually restful, and that I wasn't spending my rest time doing something that actually secretly stressed me out, like scrolling through Instagram. So making sure your rest time is actually recharging you is just so crucial. So crucial. Jimmy says, I don't worry about work-life balance because I dislike my job intensely and my life hasn't been particularly adventurous. On one hand, bad, but on the other hand, balance achieved, LOL. That is definitely one way to look at it. So much information, Allie says. Yes, it's a little overwhelming trying to organize all my thoughts and figure out what is canon, but it has to be done before I can write. This is going to seem really obvious, but like, are you splitting it up in a good way? Are you, because I also overwhelm myself with huge tasks, and like breaking it down into small manageable chunks and setting tiny goals can really help work through some of that if it's turning into a slog. Good. Numberless Dream says, I quit my job because of poor work-life balance. Nothing was going to change, so I couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. I talk to so many people who work like mandatory overtime, who are working 70 and 80 hours a week, or even like 50 and 60 hours a week is too much. Sorry, I feel really strongly about this, despite being a huge hypocrite and pushing myself too hard. And it's not a badge of honor. And I need to stop doing it because it's not good for us. Let me just like lecture you with my own lecture to myself here. Oh yeah, Jenny Lawson's memoirs. Okay, I have to tell you, I had a dream a few nights ago that I was friends with Jenny Lawson, and like we were getting tea in a tea shop in the mountains somewhere. And I woke up and I realized it was a dream, and I was just like so sad because I really wanted to be friends with her. So yeah. Good. Doing it one character at a time. Good. Take time to do it right. Good. Yes. Yeah. Breaking it up in a way that like makes it more manageable. Yeah. Is really smart. I love this. Falling Hoshi says, my therapist suggested I start singing again in my car to help boost myself and be less hard on myself. Oh, I love that. Tim and I both worked with a therapist who encouraged just like dancing and just like being yourself and feeling good. And I love that. Yes, thank you. Drayton says, old saying, no one on their deathbed ever said they wish they spent more time at work. Yeah. I heard another one that said no one on their deathbed ever said they wish they spent more time clearing out their email inbox. It's a little bit more specific, but that one, like, that got me. So yeah, yeah. So yeah. So hey, should we like do some creating along? I'm going to put up our little banner here. So hi, the way this works is if you've never done a create along with us, we chat a little bit in the beginning here and we talk about creativity and life and all sorts of things. And then we go completely silent for an hour while we work on our projects. And tonight I'm working on my newsletter for Monday. Several of you are working on podcasts and poems and novels, and I love it. Skit is taking a nap. Yes. Oh, so that's the other thing I want to say. Even though this is a create along, creativity is myriad things. Creativity is, what am I saying? Creativity is legion? I don't know. Creativity is a giant, massive, myopic thing. And I don't think I'm using any of these words correctly, but I don't care right now. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that rest is part of creativity. And just like we've been talking about, if your brain is feeling dead, if you are not in a good place to work on a creative project, you are welcome to use this time to simply sit, to rest, to take a nap, to journal, to play video games, to play some Stardew Valley, read a book, listen to a podcast, stare at the wall, do some doodling, color in a coloring book, go into your car and sing. Whatever you need to do to feel creatively recharged and to feel good creatively. That's what I want you to do tonight. So you can work on stuff if you want to and let us know how that goes, but you are also welcome to just sit and relax and be yourself. So, you ready? How this works is I'm going to go quiet for a little bit. I'm going to mute myself. I know other channels and other creators play music, but A, I'm scared about copyright stuff. And then B, I like silence when I write. So if you want to play music, make sure that you're doing that on your end. You can play whatever music you want, nature sounds, whale sounds, bottles breaking, you know, whatever it is that soothes you and sends you into a good creative space. We'll come together at 8:30 p.m. Central. Whoops, pointing to the wrong thing. That is 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, so whatever time zone you're in. It's just like pretty much an hour from now. Well, 50 minutes now that I've been talking so much. So yeah, you'll be summoned back by the gentle yeeting of the Alpenhorn. And then we'll talk a little bit more after that. So are you ready? Because we're going to get started. I'm going to mute myself. I will see you. I don't know what this is doing. I'll see you in an hour. Well, I'll see you you'll see me this whole time. Let's clarify. You'll see me this whole time. I will be here writing. You will be doing your thing. And we will talk again soon. Welcome back, friends. How was it? How are you doing? I saw a lot of people needed to head out because they were just done. That is totally understandable and fine and good. The whole point of this stream is to help you make the space that you need for self-care and for your creativity. And I love to see people doing exactly that. So thank you for taking care of yourselves. Yes, good. Hi, good, wonderful. It looks like Charlie, yes. Charlie got that picture done. Those of you who are taking a nap, Deb says wakey wakey. Yes, it was the horn of yeeting. Yes. Damien says, I'm back and I missed the writing hour. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just glad you're here. And if you have the time and energy tonight, you know, you can still do your writing, or you can rest and go to bed. It's up to you with what you need. So Tim says good yeet levels tonight, may I say. Thank you. While I was still muted here, I was like testing the sound levels for just a hot second. So good. Okay, that's a good level. That's good. Good. Falling Ho, she says, I ended up playing Not for Broadcast, a very funny and well-written game for the PC. Ooh, I have not heard of it, but I do like funny and well-written, so I might have to check that out. Another book lover was having some sewing issues. Finally got the machine set up, but no sewing yet. Some things pinned. Went on a thread treasure hunt, a threadure hunt. That doesn't work. Good. Alex says good progress on character building today. Alex, that is amazing. I'm actually, hi, I didn't say hi to you earlier. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Yes, in sewing, pinning it all is half the battle. Oh, I have like nightmare sewing experiences from like home ec in 7th grade or 8th grade, or I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna take our banner down. I got my writing done that I needed to do today, and I feel really, really good about it. I got Monday's newsletter written. It's actually about I called it the dark side of productivity. So I hope that that's like a really enticing title, and it makes you want to read my email for Monday. So yeah. Oh, good. Okay. You get your second vax tomorrow, Damien. Yes. Get pumped, full of vaccinations. Yes, do it. Oh, it's going to be so good when you're fully vaccinated. I don't know if you have any travel or anything coming up, but like, my partner Tim and I have been vaccinated for, I think, probably about a month now. And it's like, okay, I feel maybe a little bit safer. It's just nice. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm excited for you. I don't know if I'm proud of you. That has yet to be seen. Drain says, finish watching current Loki episode. Enough said. Lip zipped. Ooh, like in a good way. Is it good? I don't know. I really enjoyed WandaVision. I enjoyed Winter Soldier and the Falcon. I thought that was really fun. Good, Jimmy. Jimmy says, did I do anything useful tonight? No. But, okay, do I feel guilt about that? Also, no. That's growth, right? That's great. Good, 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 good. I'm really happy, Jimmy. That's really good. Takara, I thought you were going to go to sleep. Takara says, I only got half a page of part 6. That's okay. Some days are more productive than others, and some days are slower than others, and some days we don't get all the words out that we want to. I've been working on Girl in Space. Oh, I reorganized. I may have told you this already. I reorganized my daily schedule, and now every day I have blocked off 8 to noon. Every day is non-negotiable writing time. And today, despite that writing time, I've been very good about it last week. I've been good about it so far this week. Today, though, I didn't get the words out that I wanted to, and that happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm not taking any meetings until like 2 p.m. on weekdays instead of like doing my meetings first thing. So I don't know. It's been nice so far. I can give my best creative energy um, to my writing, to my work, and it feels good. So yeah. Oh, let's see. Good. Anne was listening to a podcast. Good. While you read a chapter and a half of your book on your Braille display. I love it. I'm really glad that you have access to that again. That is, I don't know I don't know how you do it. Yes, good. Run on coffee or tea or water and not guilt. Yes, those of you who have not taken a sip of water yet tonight, it's time to hydrate. Hydrate is a really important part of self-care. Make sure you are well hydrated, please. Good. Yes, HL says, love the protected non-negotiable writing time. It's taken me, I'm a certain number of years old, and it's taken me most of them to finally stick to a writing commitment to myself. And I don't like schedules. I don't like rules. I'm that person. And it's been really a chore for me to take myself seriously. I really enjoy, there's an Instagrammer who I really love, Amy McNee, who is at Inspired to Write on Instagram. And she talks about how we often, when we betray ourselves or go back on our word to ourselves, a lot of the time, we end up just eroding the trust that we have in ourselves to show up for commitments. And that really spoke to me. And I've been thinking about that a lot. So anyway, so yeah, I'm really, the new schedule's been working really well. I am rededicated to my creative stuff, reprioritizing, feels good. So yes. Good, BB Hermit, yeah, 550 words. That is nothing to sneeze at. Not much, BB Hermit says, but a very emotional section to write. Sometimes you just have to spend your time picking your words carefully, and really not only working through, but like feeling your way through it. And you know, if you have more than one character, you're feeling those emotions on behalf of all of those characters. You're doing a lot of work. So that's a lot of words. That's still a lot of words. That's like my word count for the day usually is about that. Oh, Damien, I have terrible news for you. Oh, so Damien says I'm gonna have to show up on Friday so that I can get my writing in. I don't want to start now. If I get into the groove, I won't have enough time. Yeah, sometimes it's better if you only have like a few minutes. Sometimes if you need to get into things, it can be better not to start at all. So Damien, I have terrible news for you. We're taking the summer off for Fridays. So, and this applies to everybody, not just Damien, but I've put Friday create-alongs are just on hold until September. Okay. I feel really bad about this, but I needed one of my evenings back in the summer just because my schedule is so crazy right now. So I'm sorry, I won't be here on Friday, but I encourage you to still write and to check in on Discord if you are writing, and I will still be cheering for you. I just won't be here like in video form on Friday. Oh, I feel so sad about that. I'm sorry. Sarah says, I gave up the work in progress and ended up goofing off on Canva for a template for Camp Nano July. Sometimes it feels good just to give your brain a rest and to do some fun design work. And there's nothing wrong with that. Whoa, 900 word draft for Friday's blog. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh, how do you people do this? I don't even want to open my document. It was one page. I wrote one page. It's single space. I don't know how many words it is. No idea. That's what I wrote today though. Numberless Dream says, I got all my notes written out. Yes, not quite as much genius there as I thought, but some good nuggets. Oh, those good nuggets are all you need. You can, that's the basis for the genius. You're still a genius. Oh, good, Alex. I love this. Good. Alex says it's my first time here, and I'm really loving this community feeling. Good. I've never really had that before, creative projects. So thank you very much, Heart. Alex, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. This is a really great community full of really great people. It's really supportive. It's really warm. It's really encouraging. I love it. I love that these amazing people show up every Wednesday. Like, oh, the tea is good today. Oh, the tea is good. Ooh, yeah. Damien says, also, Sarah, I know it's going around a lot right now, but you have watched outside. Oh, inside, outside. Yes. Bo Burnham. Yes. Damien says, I was never into Bo Burnham, but I can't get this out of my head. Yes. Tim and I watched this, what was it, last week or the week before, maybe? It was so interesting for me. Somebody who has, like essentially like done the same thing and like locked themselves like in their tiny house for an entire year and worked on a project. And it's, if you haven't seen the Netflix special, it's a little dark. And there's some swears. And so if you have kids around, or if you yourself do not love swears, maybe skip it or just watch it, knowing that in mind. Knowing that in mind, is that a phrase? I don't know. But Bo Burnham's Netflix special, Inside, is just a really honest look at the creative process and the frustrations and the isolation and the struggling with people around you who don't get what you're doing. There's just a lot going on there. So yes, Damien, thank you for bringing that up. Yes. Yeah. Jimmy says, it's time that I got a writing schedule in place. Professionals don't write just like Orange Cassidy, whatever, whenever. Might as well start acting like a pro, because you are. Yeah. Jimmy, what would your schedule look like? So for me, it's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon. And then after that, I do my business stuff. I work out. I was like, I do other things, right? Besides write and work. Yeah. I record podcast episodes. I do interviews. I write articles. I do all that other stuff. Afternoon. So yeah, Jimmy, what would that ideal writing schedule look like for you? Yeah, Tim says, Inside destroyed me in a good way. That's a really good way of putting it, Tim. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Drayton says, no bad feelings about Fridays allowed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, go back. Like if there's some of these you've missed, they are all archived over on YouTube. So if you search Sarah Ray Werner on YouTube, and here's my name down here, that's the spelling of it. That's just the name of my YouTube channel. Every single one of these gets uploaded to YouTube. And so they're all there. You can pretend for the duration of the summer that I'm still here with you on Fridays. Maybe that'll be nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's fun. Cassandra says, I think Sarah influenced me subconsciously. I wrote about my character loving her tea. I'm drinking Iron Goddess of Mercy again. It's just so nice. It's just so nice. And I feel so good when I love oolong tea. I think oolong tea is probably, I drink a lot of black tea and a lot of herbal tea and a lot of green tea. I love oolong tea, and it just makes me feel so good when I drink it. And so like, I'm just drinking this like, it's like a hug. It's nice and toasty. So Yeah, just living rent free in my head, says Damien. Yeah. Oh, numberless dreams. This is such a good point. I hope you're reading this comment here. And as always, I'll read it out loud to you. Numberless Dreams says, everything takes longer than I think it will. So I have a hard time with a schedule. Me too. So I don't mean to sound like rah, but like, this is also me. And I feel this very strongly. What I've had to do is when I'm scheduling things, I have to give myself tons of margin. Oh, and I hate that I have to do this, but it's realistic. And so what I do is, so I have 8 to noon blocked off for writing. I usually get about 2 hours of writing done in that 4-hour period because there's the inevitable, I get distracted by a text from my mom. Oh, I need to make another cup of coffee, need to use the restroom, I need to make tea. I need to, oh, the UPS guy dropped off something, so I need to go get that package. Like, stuff inevitably happens and everything takes longer than you think it will. So I've just had to build in tons of margin. So I have a 4-hour span of time during which I get 2.5 hours of like really good writing done. So I don't know if that's helpful or not. I've also been taking, I think I mentioned earlier, I'm doing this journaling thing with John Acuff. It's like a 5-day perfectionist challenge. And in today's lesson, he noted that often perfectionists have difficulty estimating how much time we think something is going to take, because we think that this only should take 20 minutes when really it takes 2 hours. But, we're perfectionists. So you might also have some perfectionism in there too, telling you like, oh, writing that newsletter should only take 30 minutes when really it takes 2 hours or an hour. And we just don't give ourselves grace or margin. So we need to do that. Grace and margin. Tim says, again, that tea name is 100% metal. It is. Iron Goddess of Mercy. Like, who named this tea? It's beautiful. It's perfect. And it's just the gentlest, like, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's just very gentle oolong. It's not dark. It's very floral, very, very toasty, very pleasant. Yeah, Jimmy says, I have a full-time day job, but since my wife works evenings most nights, I'd have to write during the evenings, probably 3 nights a week, and during lunch at work maybe when things are slow, and a lot on Sunday evening late. Well, if that works for you, that sounds like your writing schedule. Like if that works for you, that might be awesome. Hey, Marissa's here. Hey, Marissa. Yes, pretend you're watching live, maybe even on a Thursday, whatever day or night. You don't even have to do it on an evening. Whenever you feel like watching any of these replays, I've literally been putting up replays. I think starting this January, I think there are replays out on YouTube. So once or twice a week since January, you've got months of ride-alongs to go through. So yes. Oh, JC Fabs, good night. I hope you had a good evening. Oh, Deb, I totally feel this. Deb says, I hated schedules and could not write it down, but found that I actually scheduled myself without a paper telling me when to do it. Oh, so I am free-spirited scheduled. Yes. So what I do is I use a tool called Sunsama, and I have a task list within there, and nothing is like scheduled time-wise. I just have like blocks of tasks and how much time each task will take me. And I just like to prioritize my writing tasks so it's first thing. So I use my fresh, juicy, good night's sleep writing brain to do that stuff. Good. Yeah, it's hard. Trying to do all the things every day we can't. I have a Right Now podcast episode, I think, sorry, there's a cat here in my mouth. So I talk about in this, I don't remember what the name of the episode is called, but it's all about, the concept is we can't get everything done every day, but we can get all the things we need to do done like in a week, in a larger span of time that's more forgiving. So like, I want to work out a couple times a week. I can't maybe work out every day, but I can work out like 3 times a week. And so, I don't know, I encourage using a base unit of time that's a little bit larger, like a week or a month. I need a haircut. Jimmy says, I'm definitely hoping that the more I write in a schedule, the faster I'll be able to get into flow. Yes, yes. And the more time I'll be able to write in the time I have. Yes, Jimmy, yes. It's just about habit building. And again, like Deb said earlier, hating schedules. I hate schedules. I hate routine. I hate habits, but I've been building a habit and I've been finding that it works for me. I get up, I feed the cats, I make coffee, and then I come into my office and I journal, and then that gets me into my writing. And I've been doing that every day for the last several months. So, gosh, those habits, I don't like them, but they're powerful. Hey, Poxy's here. Hey, Poxy. Oh, thank you. Missed my birthday. Hope it was wonderful. It was. It was a great day. Oh, thank you. Deb says the sunset outside of your window looks amazing. It is. It's like pink. It's like pale pink, and the sun is like that bright copper orange. You can, let's see if I can point it like spatially with opposite camera thing is weird. Okay, there. There's the sun right there. It's being beautiful for us. Thank you for appreciating that. Another book lover says, with the havoc, any schedule is hard to keep. Even when he was in school, it seemed like all my time was filled with errands or cleaning or cooking or havoc time. Without school, nothing much has actually changed. Interesting. I wonder too if, actually this is kind of what my newsletter for Monday is about, is how are we spending our time? I know that a lot of us are like busy most of the time. Like I myself am busy most of the time, but it's like busy doing what? And can I consolidate some of these errands? Can I put this off till later? Does this actually need to be done? Can I get someone's help with this? I don't know. I think it's good to think about what's keeping us busy, and is it busy in a good way, or is it busy in a way that's keeping us trapped? So, yeah. Hey, wonderful. Good. Yes. Whoops. I accidentally clicked into the settings. Sorry. Yeah. Cassandra says there we go. Cassandra says my best brain is that mid-morning time slot. Yeah, that's when I'm working my day job. Yep, of an evening, it just depends, but my brain is more tired. So I'm trying to find a good time that I have available and is good for brain thinking time is difficult. Yes. And sometimes I wonder even, I don't know, I've asked about this at work before and it's been met with not super enthusiastic response, but like asking if you can change your hours, like if you can structure your workday more around your writing time. You know, I think it really depends where you work, who you work for, how flexible they're willing to be, if you need to be on a strict schedule to coordinate with other people or to coordinate with clients. But I don't know. I like thinking about, you know, if I'm putting in, you know, these hours of work, does it really depend on or matter when I'm getting those done? So yeah. Oh, we almost had 5 mods at once. I love that. Love that. Yeah, just not scheduled people. Yeah, I never have been either. And the more I try to adhere to a schedule, the more I resent it, and the more I resent myself for making a schedule to make myself stick to. So yeah, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Oh, I like this. Numberless Dreams says, I just read Why Bother by Jennifer Loudon, and she talked about conditions of enough. Oh, wow. It means you decide ahead of time what enough looks like and then celebrate when you've done enough. Oh, I love that concept. Oh my gosh. You decide ahead of time what enough looks like, and then you celebrate when you've done enough. Oh, because yeah, you know, otherwise we get into this place where even if we do a lot, like if we don't celebrate it, even if we do a lot and accomplish something, we're like, well, I should have done that faster, or I could have done a second project as well. No, set your limits and then celebrate. I love Yes, habit forming and habit changing is hard. It is. I don't know if you've read, there's a whole bunch of them. Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubin. What's the one by the guy? You know, the guy, James Clear. Atomic Habits. That's what it is. Atomic Habits by James Clear is a good one. I feel like I've read so many books on habit forming and just like none of them worked for me. But it is hard. It is hard. Yes, your affirmations are working, Jimmy. I know. Imagine the life that could be. I want you to do that. Jimmy, I want you to do this, but not too much at once. So maybe you keep going with the affirmations. And then once you've been doing those for like a solid month or two, then start working in the schedule. I don't want you to overdo it. I know it's easy to overdo it. Oh, thank you. BB Hermit. Thank you for being here. Steampunk Pancakes. I forgot I said that earlier. Their first album was Pointing Sunward with Opposite Camera. Yeah. Yeah, Cassandra, I totally get this. Office manager, people need you. Yeah. I was never able to like change my schedule either. It was very frustrating. Yes, thank you. Atomic Habits. Yes. Finally, final question for the evening is cheesecake or pie? I like that. It's very thought-provoking. My friends, it is almost 9 o'clock here, so I am going to go and like put on a hoodie and like get into bed and read. But I just want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for being your wonderful, amazing selves. I want to thank you for supporting each other and for supporting me and the work that I'm doing here. You are just, this community is so fantastic, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I want you to know that, and I want you to breathe it in, and I want you to remember that. Good. Anne says, I'm going to go get a drink of water and go fall down. Yes, yes, hydrate. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Alex says, thank you for hosting these sessions. Oh, excuse me, these sessions. Alex, thank you for being here. I hope you come back. If you come back, I'd love to see you here again. Oh, good. Marissa says these last 15 minutes have been delightful. Good. Yeah, I understand. Sarah says on the subject of schedule, without one, I get into a depressive state that you couldn't imagine. Yeah. Yeah. You know, we need structure, and like that structure looks different for everybody, but yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. My friends, please take good care of yourselves. Hydrate, drink your water, eat lots of delicious pie. Be kind to yourself. Rest when you need to. Get zombies on Lipitor. Sorry, there's some fun like pie discussion going on, pie and zombie related. But again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being your amazing and beautiful selves. I will see you. I will see you next Wednesday. Just a reminder, we usually do Fridays. We're not doing Fridays for summer. So I will see you again next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, right here on Twitch and or Facebook, wherever you're watching from. Yeah, if you get a hankering, you can watch some replays. I haven't posted since January, so you can watch to your heart's content. There's hours and hours of live streams to rewatch. And yeah, until next Wednesday, you're fantastic, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.